Good thing my internet's. Oh, hi everyone. I'm sorry. I was about to say it's a good thing my internet's being a little slow. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. I changed my lighting a little bit and my setting a little bit again. So sorry if anything's screwy. I really need to get another light put on the other side and so forth, but I haven't done that yet because I'm still not working, unfortunately. I don't have a running vehicle. I'm still using my son's vehicle, but there are some things that I could do about that, and I was going to look into some of those Tuesday and kind of forgot. But anyway, I am planning to apply for a couple of jobs. So anyway, as I was about to say before I realized that I was actually already live, um, here, that's what I was thinking anyway before realized I was actually already live. Welcome to Thinking Thursdays, where all thoughts are positive. Not quite so much tonight because I bring up a little bit of stuff about COVID and such. Um, I want to start today's blog by telling a few things I am grateful for. And of course, at the top of that list is my family. Well, thank you for viewing very briefly. Big, little, short, and tall. I sure have loved them all and still do. That's my family, of course. I am also extremely grateful I have a safe, warm place to live. I am thankful for my cell phone, which helps me stay in touch with my family and a few friends. For my internet and laptop, without which I could never do my vlogs. I am grateful for my creativity, though it is certainly not as vast as the creativity many people possess. I wish it was, but some people are way more creative than I am. And I'm also way more creative than people, I guess. Lastly, for this list, not the last thing I'm thankful for by any means, I am very thankful for all the animals in my life, be they wildlife around our home, our pets, or the pets of our family members. What? No, I didn't forget about my subscribers and viewers. I'll have a special poem for you all later on, so stay tuned for that. It's pretty interesting, I think. My opinion, of course. Lori Dashane, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, I think I am, said, sometimes all you can do is accept there's not much you can do. And sometimes all you can control is how well you let go of control. End quote. I thought that was a very interesting quote, of course, or I wouldn't have put it on here. But acceptance and letting go are very important aspects of life as well as of the grieving process. And I was going to go into that a little bit more, but I was like, well, I don't want to talk a whole lot about grieving, which I sort of kind of ended up talking about some stuff, not really along that line, but sort of anyway. But yeah, I decided not to go into that because I'm trying to make this a positive blog. By the way, I meant to mention at the first of this blog, since I did not do my Thinking Thursdays blog last Thursday, I missed it because I was doing research for my Mystery Mondays blog that I did this week, in addition to the ones that are coming up next week and the week after next. So make sure you check out my Mystery Mondays blogs as well. But this one is going to be a little bit longer than these would usually run. My goal with the Thinking Thursdays ones is they're going to be chock full of positive stuff. For the most part, you can replay them when you're feeling down or need something to lift you up. Hopefully, they will help with that. If not, watch some of my silly videos. Sorry, my internet is kind of glitchy. But anyway, or my computer one. But anyway, so this one is going to be longer than they would normally be. I'm hoping this one won't go over 20 minutes, but it might go about 25. And these, for the most part, will run anywhere from about 5 to 15 minutes long, depending on the information that I have in them and the exact topics concerning positivity that I plan to cover for that particular episode. So now what I gotta do is find where I was at, right? And so anyway, here's a thought for us all. Quote, remember, if you are not speaking it, you are storing it, and that gets heavy. End quote. and that was by Christina Isabel. Not that it's always necessarily best to immediately let someone know what you're thinking. Most of the time, it's best to at least take a deep breath, relax, gather our senses, and then speak calmly to let people know what is on our mind. I don't always do that. Um, in fact, in the past, I've flown off the handle, so to speak, many a time. With age and maturity, however, I have learned to process my thoughts more before I speak my thoughts, um, process them more before I speak them, and do much better about remaining calm in such circumstances. Usually, not going to deny, there's been a couple of times in the past few years where I have not done a real well job of that, but I did try. I'm definitely not perfect, as I said, and I'm still working on getting better at this. But as Teddy Roosevelt said, quote, believe you can, and you're halfway there, end quote. I love that quote. And here is a quote I have always loved, followed by one I just came across. Um, I know many people today need to see and hear quotes like these with all of the stuff that is going on. Quote, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Does anyone know who said that? End quote. Before I said, does anyone know who said that? Of course. Anyone know who said that? Bing Crosby. I kind of feel like that's in one of his songs. I was going to look that up and see if it is. I believe it is. I could be wrong about that. If you know, make a comment and let me know. Um, oh, yes. And the one that I just came across, I know a lot of people have probably seen before, but I had never seen this one, and that fascinated me that I've not seen it because it's by Maya Angelou, who said, quote, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud, end quote. That's such a lovely sentiment, isn't it? Especially with COVID still looming and wreaking havoc on the world. The Omicron variant is so much more contagious. And I had heard that it was milder and that there are less deaths from it. But in my area, there are still quite a few deaths. And I saw something online just yesterday, I believe it was, that was talking about how it isn't milder than the other variants. And I'm like, I mean, the more people that get it, I guess the more they know about it, but I don't know. I have a couple of family members who are not feeling very well recently, and some of them got tested for COVID yesterday and tested negative. They did a double test, was what I was told, and they tested negative. So hopefully that's not what they have. I know there's a lot of other stuff that is going around also. Stuff that hopefully is not as bad, but it still could be, especially given the age of one of the people that is sick. So, um, anyway, yes, I was talking about COVID, of course, wasn't I? Unfortunately. So, back to the quote by Maya Angelou that says, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. That made me think of a memory that I recently shared on Facebook a while back recently, that I had told my friends on there a few years back. I believe it was maybe, well, it might have even been about 10 years ago. But anyway, I had told them to give someone a hug today. Odds are, if they don't need it, you do. And that's just something that I came up with because I felt like I could use a hug. And if I hug someone else, they're going to hug me back, right? But unfortunately, of course, with COVID, it's made it difficult to know whether we should hug people or not. Unfortunately, as I said, even our loved ones, because we don't know. Like we could be a carrier and not have any symptoms, right? So if you hug someone that's your loved one that is considered high risk with COVID, and you're carrying it but don't realize it, you might end up making them sick. But we don't want to just stop hugging people because we lose the love, it's like, it's just, anyway, but getting, um, trying not to be negative. So, sorry, I'll let the, um, I forgot where I was again. Once again, talking about COVID, unfortunately. As I said, or as I was about to say, sorry, we all know how horrible and negative COVID is by now. Sorry I let it in my positive vlog, but it's really a large part of our lives right now, is it not? A lot of schools shutting down again. I haven't heard of any businesses shutting down aside from schools, and some medical clinics have actually shut down in my area because of it, off and on. But so it's difficult. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry that I'll let COVID into my positive vlog, though it is difficult to have positives without negatives. Just the way that the world works. Negatives help bring about positives a lot of times, just like a lot of times positives help bring about negatives. But we all strive for the positive, which is what I'm trying to help people with this blog. So I'm trying to keep the negative more out of it. So on with the positive. Let me bring the joy, sunshine, and positivity back to this blog for you all and for myself with, I'm sorry, with a few very sunny and positive quotes. Shannon L. Alder said, quote, "When you are joyful, when you say yes to life and have fun and project positivity all around you, you become a sun in the center of every constellation, and people want to be near you." I'm going to read that one again because I know I stuttered and stammered through it, and it's a very, very, very good and uplifting quote, in my opinion. So what Shannon L. Alder said was, quote, "When you are joyful, when you say yes to life and have fun and project positivity all around you, you become a sun in the center of in the center of every constellation, and people want to be near you." End quote. But that made me think I'm wearing this shirt today. It says "Be the Sunshine." It has a big sun on it. That's one of my grandson's favorite shirts that I have. Speaking of which, my daughter texted me, so I'm going to check this text really quick. Oh, golly gee. Trying to think when my grandson ate last. I have a list here that has, oops, that's the temperatures. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'll be right back. Have to let her know when he ate last because I can't believe that I forgot that. Anyway, very important information that I forgot to relay whenever she picked him up today. So I really loved that quote. I thought it was very inspiring and uplifting, as I already said. This next quote literally made me snicker. It is short and precise and was said by Elvis Presley. That's right, the king of rock and roll. Quote, "When things go wrong, don't go with them." End quote. Short, precise. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Oh, it is definitely easy to slide down the slippery slope once things head downhill. So it is important to look for people and things that can help you bring positivity and joy back into your life. There are many ways we can do that, several of which are named in my Thinking Thursdays #2 vlog and include such things as hobbies, religion, and spending time with family and friends. I myself am not a religious person. I used to be, and then I was into spirituality some. Those are things that bring comfort and positivity to a lot of people. So I'm not, I don't judge anyone, and I'm not definitely not going to discourage you from doing those things. I do sometimes still on occasion. I don't think that I have a Bible that I know where it is right now, but I do still sometimes look up scriptures from the ecclesiastical books like Proverbs, Psalms, Ecclesiastes itself to read whenever I'm feeling down, because it's poetry and there's some beautiful sentiments there, even if you are not a religious person. So, Alphonse Karr teaches us about optimism with his quote, "We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorns have roses." End quote. Isn't that just beautiful, that thought? I used to have some lovely rose bushes myself and seldom even thought about the thorns because the roses were so beautiful and fragrant. And I also very seldom cut them. Like I just grew the roses in my yard and was like, ooh, they smell so good and they look so pretty. So I just left them alone for the most part. We need to embrace the beauty in our lives daily. It's not physical beauty I'm speaking of necessarily, but the good things in the world which resonate beauty. I hope that makes sense to you all. Good things are beautiful, in my opinion. Alice Morris Earle said, quote, "Every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day." End quote. I implore you all to look for those good things within your days. That's something that I want to start doing myself. So I shall do the same and list some of the most positive ones in my next Thinking Thursdays blog. For example, someone I know was running a pretty high fever today, and their fever became less. And that was a good thing, a very good thing. So, some positive or some good things that happened in my days this week that I can think of right offhand are getting new tires for my son's car and finding out my grandson and his mama are healthy, perhaps not as healthy as we thought they were whenever they got the news that they did not have COVID, and hopefully that is still not what they have, but finding out that they did not have it was a good thing. And as I say, hopefully they still don't have it. Excuse me. Also, I was able to buy the things I needed to sustain our lives and make my life a bit more comfortable. That is something we don't really think about a lot in this day and age. There are a lot of people out there that cannot buy the things they need to sustain their lives, like food and drinks, and even have good water to drink, a nice warm place to sleep and live and stay away from the cold and wet weather and such. A lot of people don't have that, and we do. We should be very thankful and grateful for that. And the comforts that we can have, be they being able to buy menstrual pads for women, that's a big one. There are a lot of women that can't afford that stuff, and places don't just give it away for free, unfortunately. But yeah, like adult diapers, baby diapers for that matter, formula. If you can afford to get it, then you're doing good. And clothes, a lot of things that other people may not be able to afford to get. If you can afford those things, that is a very good thing in your life. Don't fool yourself, it is. So, before I tell you all my silly poem about you, subscribers and viewers, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Not as tired as I usually am, but yeah, maybe I'm not thinking quite straight. Before I tell you all my silly poem about you subscribers and viewers who need to subscribe, just kidding. But really, Anyway, It's okay with me if you don't subscribe, as long as you keep viewing and maybe share, and maybe other people will subscribe. You know what I mean. Anyway, I have two encouraging quotes to read to you before I get to that poem, which means I'm almost done. And look, I'm still going to be at about 20-ish minutes, right? Didn't I say this one would probably be about 25 minutes? I think, maybe. So the first of those quotes is, quote, most have to encourage, oh, no. Sorry, I went up to the wrong line. Okay, here we go. Two encouraging quotes for you. I'm not going to mess it up this time, I promise. Quote, most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. End quote. And that was by Dale Carnegie. I had heard that one before and read it before. Again, it is, quote, most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all, end quote. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to remember. Not that you will always succeed, just that if you keep trying, there are some things you will succeed at. See what I mean there? You're not necessarily always going to succeed at everything, but if you keep trying, you're going to succeed at a few things at least. And the other quote is by Duke Ellington, who said, who said, quote, a problem is a chance for you to do your best, end quote. And I was like, yes, I love that one. Now, where I found these quotes at, the Duke Ellington one was actually first, and then the Dale Carnegie one was listed. And I was like, I'm going to do the Dale Carnegie one last because I want that sentiment to stick with people more if they watch that far through the vlog. The quote, a problem is a chance for you to do your best, end quote. I just thought that was lovely. And I always say, I've got to where I always say, the best we can do is the best we can do. And my thing is not supposed to be allowing those stupid quotes through, so I don't know why it did. I'm going to have to report it and delete it. But anyway, no one's currently viewing, but someone's commenting. Don't click that comment, anyone, because that's a spam thing and such. So yeah. Anyway, from what I've heard, I'll see if I can report it right now, actually. And of course, it's not going to want me to click it because it's a spam thing. Report. Don't pin message. Report. Oh my gosh. I guess I had already done it. Sorry, guys. Someone popped up a thing, so this is going to take a little while because I am getting rid of this before I go on with my vlog, which is going to make my vlog be more like 25 minutes. I mean, it's definitely unwanted commercial content or spam, I guess. Report. And there it's gone. And I don't even know if you can still see me or not. But anyway, that's gone. So y'all don't have to worry about that anymore. So now my vlog's going to be a little bit longer and full of positivity. Because if y'all see these little things that have like little 3 letters with a dot and 3 more letters, don't click them. I've heard it goes to pornographic materials and stuff that will put spyware on your computers and stuff like that. Like I Googled it when the first time somebody put some of that in my comments. So do not click on any of that stuff. Mine is not supposed to be allowing any type of link through, but the way they're setting it up, it's not considered as a link, I guess, but it is. So anyway, don't click those. They will definitely bring negativity into your life. Try to ruin your day. So anyway, I was going to say, after I did these 2 encouraging quotes for you guys, with that, here's my best attempt at getting my tongue tied. With that, here is my best attempt at a poem about you all. Well, perhaps not my best attempt, but an attempt nonetheless. So here it goes. And this was written by me. It's goofy, it's silly, it's not, it's not the best poem. It's goofy and silly, and that's what it's meant to be, okay? So take it with a grain of salt, y'all. If I keep getting subscribers, I may have to hire transcribers. You viewers are also my reviewers, so please try to keep me off the skewers. If you are newer, try not to be bluer. My goal is to make our negativities fewer. At least I'm rhyming, right? I already said that. My goal is to make our negativities fewer. Yes, that it is. When you make comments, those are my augments and keep me from foments. Now, for those of you that don't know, according to what I found, augments are positive things, and foments is when you're basically when you're complaining or griping about something. So, what I'm saying is, your comments, those are my augments or my good positive things that help build me up and keep me from foments or complaining and griping, being grumpy, right? But anyway, that's that is my poem, such as it is. Pretty silly. With that, I bid you farewell for now, but not for a while, because I have a couple of other things that I want to say first. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlist on my channel, and come back next Thursday to find out about good things that happened during my week, mixed with positive thoughts and famous, uplifting, encouraging, and positive quotes. I'm getting my channel stuff more organized. I might not be able to tell that right now, but I am getting my channel stuff more organized, and will be making my Mystery Mondays vlogs or posting them by 8 p.m. on Mondays, because I can pre-record them if I need to, and then post them at around that time. And making or posting my Thinking Thursdays vlogs by 9 p.m. every Thursday. The hour later, because I have less days, of course, between the Monday and the Thursday to be able to work on the stuff for the vlog. But this one is also shorter, so I should be able to have no problem having it done before 9 p.m. Now, I am in the Central Time Zone in the United States, so those are Central Times in the United States, 8 p.m. Mondays at the latest, and 9 p.m. Thursdays at the latest. Turn on your notifications. It will let you know when I'm going live if you are subscribed. Until next time, everyone have a great, whatever time of night or day it is in your part of the world. Stay safe and stay positive. Thank you for viewing.